Hello everybody, it's Joe here. Welcome back to Career Mode, and I am launching my team. So a lot of changes to talk you through. Lando Norris, first of all, has moved from McLaren to Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton has finally moved to Ferrari. Charles Leclerc has moved to Haas. That's a very bizarre move. Valtteri Bottas moves to McLaren. Carlos Sainz is now racing for VCarb. Sergio Perez is at Ferrari. We've got Yuki Tsunoda at Williams. Hulkenberg at VCarb. Ricciardo at Kick Sauber. Zane Maloney at Haas. Porsche at Red Bull. And we have decided to take Oliver Bearman as our teammate. So one thing we have done to trigger driver transfers, as well as keep it within the story, is run a season of my team where I manipulated it so we won, so I could carry car number 1 for this season. And also, like I said, make it fit with the story, trigger some driver transfers, and what has come up is absolutely wild. So there is one change to career mode as well, and that it is we are now running one-shot qualifying. So we've got one lap to make it count here in Bahrain. We have also had some regulation changes that have put us back just a little bit. In fact, we're about 8th or 9th in the performance index right now, so we're essentially got it all to do all over again in terms of starting at the bottom and working my way forwards. And the first sector, we're half a second off Lando Norris in the Mercedes, who just seems to be at the moment the fastest. Mercedes are top of the performance index, but it's then Ferrari and McLaren that are very, very, very close behind, pretty much matching them. And then the rest of us sort of fall after that. But we're about, like I said, 8th or 9th. And we've got a lot of upgrading to do, a lot of progress to make. But here we are in the My Team car. We've gone for a purple and black livery. I really like what we've come up with. And we've got a little bit deep there. And we're a second off, but we're in P20, which shows how tight the field is. And we're draining the battery down this back straight to try and get ourselves a bit higher on the grid than P18, but we've gone deep in the last corner, and as a result it is going to be the back row for this first race, the whole opposite end of the grid from where we left off winning season 3. We're starting the first My Team season 4 on the back row. Oh, how one season changes everything, but look at that. Mercedes 1-2 on the grid with Max Verstappen 3rd.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Bottas, Albon, Stroll, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Gasly, Perez, Théo Pourchaire, Verstappen, Ocon, Leclerc, Zhou, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, Sainz, Bearman, Joker, and Zane Maloney. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Now, Ant, as much as I like testing, and I do love testing, and I've really enjoyed the build-up here and all the speculation, I really want to see some action. And finally today, we get some proper action on the track.
You're going to definitely see action, Crofty. Everyone's G'd up for this one. They've done the testing like you say. The drivers will be revving inside, heart rates going, trying to burst out their chest at this moment. With that anticipation, who's got the speed? We're going to learn now, once and for all.
Back of the grid, not great, I know, but let's just try and use the first lap to push your way up the order.
All new challenges lie ahead as we begin this My Team section of career mode. We are going to do a 2-stop here at Bahrain, but I'm going to start running on the soft tyres first. See how we go on the grid from the back row. What can we achieve from here? We are underway. It's an okay start by us. Behrman has got the jump on us, and Zane Maloney might be having a look at us. But no way through there as well. I'm trying to find ways through, but there just isn't one. I've now found a gap round the outside, and I go round so many cars. That was brilliant, and we nearly get past Max Verstappen as well, who has a grid penalty, and I'm definitely going to take opportunity here, going round the outside of Max Verstappen and moving ourselves up into P13. But we took about 6 cars going round the outside of turn 1 there while they were all bunched up. And that has really put us in a good position here. P13 with Hamilton, Perez and Ocon ahead. We're going to nip Ocon here and we might get past Perez as well. That was a bit of a cheeky dive bomb. But somehow we made that work. And the only damage done there was a cheeky little love tap on the back of Lewis Hamilton. But we're up into P11 at the end of the first lap with George Russell leading the way. Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari right behind Alex Albon. And is Perez going to have a look into turn 1? No, he doesn't. He's not quite close enough there. So now it's time to just settle down into the race a little bit. Settle into the rhythm and see what we can do. We're still hanging on to Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari ahead. This game predicted the change ahead of the 25 season. Is there a way past Hamilton there? No, but we're staying close. So far at the moment we're in a decent position, but I want to push on a bit and see if we can get past Lewis Hamilton. And we're having a go around the outside. He's covered the inside line. Hamilton stays ahead, but now trying to sneak my way through there. Hamilton covering really nicely, but we've got a secondary DRS zone here, and Sergio Perez is trying to go around the outside in the other Ferrari, but we managed to hold him off. Ferrari in a completely different area of the grid to where we finished last season, with Leclerc, I think, winning the final race for Ferrari at the end of last season. And Ferrari in the performance index are higher than this, so this is a bit of a mystery to me. They'll be head scratching at this one, and Aston Martin will be head scratching there because Lance Stroll has just gone a bit deep. That's backed up Lewis Hamilton, so now we've got to run down the inside of the British driver who goes to cover. We're going to try and go around the outside. Is there a way through there? No. Alex Albon is having a go at Lance Stroll. Is Albon going to find his way past the Aston Martin? He's definitely going to give it a try, but I think Lance is having to back out there, but they're still side by side. Lewis Hamilton just looking to see if there's any gains he can make here. Perez also getting interested in us down the inside. I've left him room, but Perez not taking it. Stroll and Albon are still side by side. Here comes Lewis Hamilton. And here comes us as well. What can we do here? They're going 3 wide. Is there room for one more? Down the inside. And we pull off the triple overtake, passing the 3 of them. That was superb there. That was, just down the inside. And getting past Albon, Stroll and Lewis Hamilton. That reminds me of the move that Hamilton himself placed a couple of years ago. Anyway, Hamilton now down the inside of us. We're right at the rear of Lewis Hamilton, and I did kind of let him go just before the DRS, so I could purely do this. blast back past him, and before we even get to the braking area, we are back into P8. But these tyres are just starting to feel a little bit second hand now, and we're only on lap 5. Such is the action we've seen so far. It's unbelievable to think, but we're not gaining on Gasly, and in fact we are just struggling a little bit for pace. In fact, I've clipped the inside curb, made a mistake and allowed myself to go across the escape road there. Hamilton retaking 8th. Is Lance Stroll going to have a go at 9th? No, Stroll not able to take the position, but we have just lost P8 to Lewis Hamilton. And these softs losing grip quite fast. Bahrain is quite a tyre heavy circuit, so I'm not surprised that we are losing a bit of grip, but so should Stroll. But Stroll is staying with us, but again, Aston Martin much higher on the performance index than we are. We've got it all to do throughout this season, but I'm confident that we can deliver through the season some good races. I'm hoping that by the end of the season we can place our car on the podium just the once. That's my target, one podium. And if we can get a couple of top 5 finishes in there as well, I will take that. But we're now chasing down Lewis Hamilton for P8. We're using overtake, draining what's left of the battery. We might be able to have a look down the inside. Hamilton covers, to the outside we go. Hamilton doing everything he can in the Ferrari to cover us off, and at the moment it looks like he's just about done enough, but we've got another DRS point here. Hamilton goes to defend. We're going to go to the outside. Are we making this work? Hamilton doing everything he can to hold on. This is great racing between the 7-time world champion and myself, but in the end we have to give in there, and Hamilton getting the position. We had to concede that one, but Lewis, great fair racing from him there. And now we've got Stroll and Perez behind, but I hit that curb and nearly lose it, and now we've got even more rear tyre wear, having to fight the car from a spin there. So this will be us pitting at the end of this lap, and Perez Stroll having a go down the inside, but not able to make it through. We're going to peel into the pits this time, and I'm actually considering sticking on another set of softs and then being bold and seeing if we can take the softs until we put on mediums and do soft medium. It's a bold strategy, but it might work. Off go the warm soft tyres, although quite slowly because we've got a problem at the right front. On go some new tyres. That is Esteban Ocon getting ahead of us after he makes his first pit stop. And we're going to try and get past him as soon as possible. Out the pits we go. I was trying to go around the outside there, but I don't think that's a move that's going to work. But we have DRS. We've been able to stay with Esteban Ocon. Are we going to be able to send it down the inside of the Alpine? No, Ocon goes to cover. We're going to go to the outside. There's Lewis Hamilton, so he stays ahead. And Ocon covers us off very nicely there. We will have another DRS zone, but Ocon now has enough of a gap just in front of us to be able to hold on to his position. And if anything, we're under threat from Stroll as well. So I want to get this done. Ocon looking left, looking right to get past Lewis Hamilton. I'm now going to the outside to try and get through. The inside wasn't available to me. Hamilton's now been backed up by Ocon getting through. This is a chance for us now to overtake on the left, forcing Hamilton in sight. Have we got the move done? Yes, we just about have.
Okay,
but there is one problem with that. Hamilton is on hard, so he is going to the end. I can't see, if he's on hard, Hamilton making another pit stop. And in fact, as we go down the inside of Esteban Ocon and take P8, the one thing I've noticed is that a lot of the pack are going to try and one-stop this. So this is not going to work out for us. If anything, quite the opposite, as we hold on to these tyres for 11 grueling laps before 10 grueling laps before bringing it in and moving over to the medium. I probably should have pitted a lap sooner, but this was the way to guarantee getting to the end. And now we are out in P20, so I don't know, could the one stop have worked? I do think there's a chance, but I also think with the race pace we had, we probably would have fallen down the pack anyway. But we have moved up into P16, owing to some other two stoppers pitting in. So I think we can have a chance here at catching up maybe, and seeing if we can get back into the top 10, because the pace right now is quite good. We're catching Zane Maloney by over a second a lap, so Maloney should be very catchable by the end of the race. And P15's not too shabby a debut for Zane either, so he should be fairly happy with that day's work. Where is Charles Leclerc, his teammate? Is he near the points? That's not the circuit. But by lap 23, we are on the back of Maloney, and we are still catching Hulkenberg and Sainz. So I don't know, maybe a good position is still on here, but we're pushing hard, and we're going to have DRS on the straight for Maloney. I would like to try and get past a little bit before the pit straight if we can. Is there going to be a way through down this little straight here? No, Maloney's got a good run here, so we're going to save it all for the pit straight, and then we're going to use everything at our disposal, overtake, DRS the lot, and I think this is going to be a case of us getting past way before the corner, and Maloney not really having a defence for that. As we move into 15th, can we catch the two V-carbs ahead? That is the goal now. Try and get up into P13, which I think would have been where we would have finished if we had just one-stopped it and taken on the hards after several laps on the softs. But again, we'll never know now. There's Nico Hulkenberg ahead. We have caught him, but we have been unable to catch Carlos Sainz as we've ended up stuck in the little train. The V-carbs, of course, so unfortunately, it does look as if P15 is going to be our finishing position, but we gave it a massive dive there to try and take Hulkenberg. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make that stick, and let's be real, there is no way that that was going to stick. That was very much ambition ahead of adhesion. What's that thing Martin Brundle likes to say? A day late and a dollar short, but I'm still having a go on Hulkenberg. I'm not giving up, and we're having a secondary dive here, and there's a bit of contact. Hulkenberg's going to hold the inside, and in fact Hulkenberg is probably thinking the German equivalent of what in the hell are you doing? But what we have done is set up a nice run here. We've got a chance. Hulkenberg going over the cover. He is not going to make this easy, so we're going to go to the outside and try and sweep round the German in the V-carb, and we've got our way up into P14. Oscar Piastri is your race winner. Again, if I'd have one-stopped this, I feel like we would have had a chance of a point, but I think the way our pace would have been, we would have fallen out and maybe been around where Sainz is now. So I don't think we particularly lost out doing what I've done, but it's a learning experience. I thought two stops was the way to go. It didn't work out completely in our favour, but P14, not too shabby a race. I will take it.
And an award-winning day for Oscar Piastri as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
Well, you're always unsure of the competition and what your opponents have been able to do in the off-season, Crofty, but they've come here today, they've delivered the performance that you dream about, and wow, did they make that car sing today. Really impressive stuff.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure, and no doubt they'll be celebrating tonight.
Oscar Piastri winning this Bahrain Grand Prix. George Russell gets second, Bottas gets third, Norris ends up having to settle for fourth, and Alonso completes your top five. And just looking at the gaps, I feel like actually maybe would have been amongst Tsunoda, Porsche and Leclerc. So I don't know, maybe we could have had a chance of a point. We'll never know now. I did think two-stop would have been a good way to go about it, and I really thought that the AI would have two-stopped it as well. While some did, it didn't transpire that way. It is what it is. I will still take P14. There are positives to take from that race, and we are definitely in the fight for points. Thank you for watching this installment of Career Mode. As always, don't forget to like and hit subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more content from me. Until the next time, I've been Joe, TTFN, ta-ta for now. Take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.